It's summer! How can you tell? Anyway, traffic everywhere. It's queuing up here. We're on the motorway. You can tell from the control tower where we are. This is Lancaster services, so this has to be the M6. And it's heaving. The motorway's busy, north and south. Motorway services absolutely crammed out inside. And the cars, there are 12 of the Gridserve 350 kilowatt chargers here, and they are, I think there might be one, I think there might be one empty at the moment. They're really, really busy. So it makes me wonder why Gridserve has just chosen to knock 10 pence off the price for the summer. I'm Dave, I'm taking on Gridserve's bizarre decision. Now, it's on days like this that you have to realise, come in the background and see where the power is. So these are the cabinets that supply the chargers. So we've got them all lined up here. And when the chargers are busy, as they are right at this moment, these are working flat out. So if you do hear some whirring, it's all the fans going. They might whistle from time to time. You'll also hear the motorway. Very, very busy location this, really is heaving at the moment, and you'll see the cars coming in and out. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can see here cars trying to pull out, cars pulling into the motorway services, and this is a built-in traffic jam. It doesn't have to get very busy at all, and this can stop all of the traffic coming into this particular services, and exactly the same applies on the other side. So the question I asked at the beginning, why the bizarre decision to discount in the summer? And it looks like the reason is to get a price increase. Let me explain. For a long time, Gridserve was 79p, well, before that it was 69p for a long, long time. Then it went up to 79 pence when they got the private equity and the private funding in, which gave them the money, £500 million, to expand the network, which, yeah, it was it was okay. So it was 79p for a long time. And then quite a few months ago, they upped that to 82 pence. But they then offered, if you bring in the app, if you use the app, it'll go back to the 79p. So it's trying to force people to use the app, which I can understand. Don't like it, but I can understand it. But just last month's pricing video, we actually reported that Gridserve had upped their price to 85 pence. And this now, in my mind, could explain it all, because 85 pence, they're going to get a load of resistance. But if 85 pence, you suddenly bring in this 10p off and everyone's paying 75, you're thinking, this is great. This is actually cheaper than it was. But then, of course, at the end of 12th of September, midnight, it goes back, not to the 79, not to the 82, goes back up to the 85 pence. And we haven't been told how much it'll be from 85 pence if you use the app. I don't believe they'll bring it down to 79 once again. That'd be 6p off. I believe they'll offer us 2 or 3 pence off and bring it down to 82. That's what we were used to for months. It's a convoluted story, and I'm really, really disappointed with Gridserve. This is not the way to do business, particularly not in a time when there are so many people coming in with massive competition. You really do not want to be upsetting your loyal customers. Well, already you can see it's gone rather quiet. It is just a lull. I'm sure it'll get busy again, particularly when we get to 4 or 5 o'clock when a lot of people are knocking off from work. This gets busier anyhow. But you can see the impact now. We're down to 3 cars charging here. So this is a busy location, because for someone like Osprey, they would give anything for 3 cars charging simultaneously, as we found out at Manor Farm recently near Liverpool. But I suspect a lot of these have just suddenly found out how much they're actually paying. And I go, I'm not paying that, and they're moving off somewhere else. Now, when you look at the stats, and I do look at these quite regularly, you can see online through the app exactly how busy these are. And I have to say, give them the credit, Gridserve is one of the busier of the CPOs. People like Osprey and Instavolt are really suffering at the moment with their stupid prices of 82p or whatever they are this week. But Gridserve here just seems to be trying to muddy the waters. You don't quite know what you're getting, Here they've done an increase from 82 to 85. That should have been headline news everywhere, and people should have said, right, not paying that anymore, let's switch to someone else. But instead they immediately give you 10p off, but put the base price up to 85, and then 10p off, but only for a month. And then in September it'll go back to 85, and everyone will go, oh, this is back to normal price. And they're hoping that nobody's spotted this and people will still carry on using them. There's one thing I've said, and you really, really, really need to pay attention to this. If I said to a petrol car driver, just nip down to the nearest motorway services and fill your car, you'd go, don't be stupid, it's dearer. So why is it that people here will pay 85p? And I know they are, because it shows the price on the screen, and if they're not using the app, they're paying 85p. That is so much dearer than anything else you can find in the area. That's dearer than Instavolt, dearer than Osprey, certainly Ionity and Fastned, and way, way, way dearer than Tesla, which has gotten open to all just about 10 miles down the road. And that one I know at the moment is 52 pence. So there are an awful lot of people who seem to have it in their head, when you see a charger, they're all the same, let's just go in and plug in and not worry about it, particularly if they're going on holiday. Oh, it's a one-off. But doing that and paying the 85 pence here, which they are, that means that Gridserve will get inflated figures as to how many people are using it and how popular the price is, and they'll just keep on doing it, and then next it'll be 89 pence. So whoever you are, you've got to think that there are some CPOs which are trying to rip you off. These are up in the 80p's, 82, 85, 87, 89 in the case of Shell recharge. And there are people using them. And some of them will use the app and get 10p off at Shell. Others will use the app here, get 10p off 85p. But when that app ends, when that offer on the app ends, you're back up into the 85p, and you're now supporting someone who's blatantly ripping you off. When just down the road, there's Ionity at 74, there's Fastned at 69, and there's Tesla at 52. What's going on? Don't people care about money anymore? Would people, if I said, go and fill your petrol car here, would they actually go, oh, okay, it's only 20 pence a litre dearer, I'll nip up there? Think about what you're doing. You can dramatically cut the cost of charging your EV just by knowing what the latest price is for all of these CPOs. And one of the ways you can be kept up to date is our monthly pricing guide. We go around all the charges, we look at all the prices that we can find, and we report them to you in a really easy to follow format. So you can see where you're going to get the best prices. And it's amazing, you can often find just half a mile apart, you can save 20 or 30 pence. Watch that video, there'll be a link to that at the end or down below. Watch that one and pick up some or others by subscribing, hit the notification bell, and if you have enjoyed this, please click the like button. I'm Dave.